All right, welcome everybody to today's team training. It is an exciting time that we're in, of course. Lots of things going on in the world, whether you're into politics or the Olympics or whatever it is, there's never a dull moment, right? Here we are, 2024, and every time you turn on the TV or go on social media or whatever, there's definitely things happening that have made the time kind of fly by a little bit. I was commenting with my wife yesterday about that. And we're like, January, February, even March just kind of went by really slow. But, it's these last couple of months have just seemed to fly by really quick for some reason. And yeah, I don't know why that is. It seems kind of like the second half of the year always seems to go faster for me, at least, than the first half of the year. So I'm thinking that we're going to kind of fly through August and September here really quick. I think a lot of things are going on, and we're hopeful, very hopeful that we will have our update call with some great news. That I mean, the call is happening. That I'm not hopeful about the call. That is happening for sure on August the 7th, and what I'm hopeful for is that we'll actually be able to, start sharing some information, right, about our next project. So nothing really much to say today about it, other than we just know it's happening and that our next call is going to be pretty good. We did get confirmation that it is happening, and they wanted to, they let us know that we're going to have some special guests on that call. I don't know who they are or what that has to do with or what, but it is happening. So if things go like I expect, I'm hopeful that this month of August we'll have something to be able to share regarding what's happening behind the scenes. So we'll see. We'll see what they tell us and what the plan is, and as soon as we can, we will get that information out to everybody. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the training today. And I think you guys will all enjoy this. It's something that I've been able to put together over the last however many years I've been doing all this, this online marketing stuff, and the idea of becoming financially free, right? That's the goal. You want to be free from all of the financial problems, because when you have money, all the other stuff, right? You can find solutions, and whether it's political problems or whatever, we can actually go out and be a solution for people. So, and that's the goal with a positive social impact. That is what we want to do. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the 10 commandments of wealth. Okay. So, because that's really what it is. How do you define wealth, right? It's not just being rich. Okay. When you're a little kid and you think, oh, someday I'm going to be rich, right? And you think, oh, well, what does being rich means? It just means having enough money to go buy the little toy that you want, right? But as we get older, we realize that it's much more than that. And having wealth is actually more about having freedom, right? Having freedom to not only take care of your own needs, but to the needs of others, and of course, to have a positive impact on the world. And so we're going to go through some 10 commandments that we can follow to be able to make sure that we achieve wealth in our lifetime. So the very first thing is what I like to call getting deeply motivated. Okay. So Marianne Redmacher, she wrote this. She said, dare to dream of your great success. Become intimate with those things which deeply motivate you and regularly work towards the realization of that mission, right? So it all goes back again to defining your why, defining the reason you want to do this, but it's got to be beyond just, okay, I want a new house or I want a new car or I want to upgrade my zip code, right? We like to say that this industry is a zip code changer because it allows you to move into a better area or whatever. But money by itself is a shallow motivator. We know that, right? Too shallow to drive you deep enough to achieve success. Okay. So the problem is that financial wealth is just an external goal with benefits limited to the world outside of you. Money will buy things, but money doesn't buy happiness. We've heard that as well, right? That's so cliche. But It can build you a prettier prison, but it can't get you out of prison, right? The inherent limits of external goals, like fancy houses or cars, big bank accounts and stuff, it also similarly limits how motivated you will be when you're pursuing them. So to succeed in building wealth, we really want it to be driven by internal goals deeper than just the external trappings of wealth. You want a cause. That's really what it comes down to, that will bring transformation to your life and drive you deep enough to overcome all the obstacles that stand between you and your financial freedom. Okay. That's really what it is. When you have that cause, that purpose, I think whether it's just having a positive social impact, right? But how do you define that? Like, really buying groceries for people at the grocery store, right? Paying for somebody's dinner at the restaurant, going out and volunteering, being able to have that time freedom, whatever, to go and share your time and talents to make the world a better place. That for me is so much more motivating than just, oh, I want to go get the new iPhone, right? Or the new truck. Okay. That's really the key. You've got to be deeply and passionately motivated. Commandment number 2 is then giving more value than you take. Okay. We want to be a fountain, not a drain, right? Because as we add value to the world by giving more than we receive, it makes everybody better off. That's how you build true wealth. You're going to improve the lives of others by improving your own, right? We've all heard the Zig Ziglar, and you can have anything you like in life that you want as long as you help enough other people get what they want, okay? So it's the same concept. Sure, history is replete with people who have amassed financial empires by exploiting others, right? It's true, or the environment. But taking value can never lead to happiness or fulfillment. Exploitation might bring riches, but giving value is what is going to bring happiness and fulfillment, as well as riches, of course. Okay. But that's what is true wealth, right? Not just having the money, but having the fulfillment and the happiness and the satisfaction. So by giving more value than we receive, we're going to have success, but it's going to be a measure of how much you've given, not how much you've obtained. The wealthier you become, the more you are giving to others. And it's a very rewarding way to live, right? That's what will bring true joy and satisfaction in your life. Okay. So commandment number 3 then is living with 100% integrity, right? What does that mean? Well, integrity is choosing courage over comfort. It's choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy, and choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them. So we never want to do or say anything that wouldn't make our family proud, right? We don't want to cause any kind of harm or encroach on others' property or violate moral law or damage the environment. We don't want to lie or insult or cheat in pursuit of financial wealth. We don't even want to stretch the truth. It's just not worth it. The rule is very simple. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. If you don't feel comfortable telling your spouse, your children, your parents what you're doing, probably shouldn't be doing it. You never want to choose expediency or over integrity, because no amount of financial wealth will ever replace a good night's sleep, a clear conscience, and a peaceful mind. Right? So, 100% integrity. Number 4, be courageous, right? Because fear is a reaction and courage is a decision. We have to decide to be courageous and brave. Humans are social animals, of course, which makes us cautious to venture out independently, right? Sometimes. But wealth doesn't come from just following the crowd. It results from doing what others won't so that we can have what others never will. Wealth results from doing what others won't so you can have what others never will. It takes courage to be a self-starter and to be self-responsible. It takes courage to walk new paths and develop new skills. It takes courage to stand out from the crowd. And it takes courage to put all that extra effort in when others won't. Okay. In short, it takes courage to build wealth. It may be true that the nail that stands up is the nail that gets hammered down, But it's equally true that the nail that never gets driven is the nail that didn't fulfill its purpose. So let's live with courage so that we can fully live life and truly experience wealth. Right? That's the goal. All right. Commandment number 5, discipline. Discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. So, wealth is a cumulative result of many little things, right? That are all added together and compounded over a lifetime. So that means your daily habits will make or break your success. Saving, investing, reinvesting, growing your financial and business intelligence, and these are all essential wealth building habits that require persistence and consistent effort, right? Persistent, consistent. Two things go hand in hand. In other words, wealth building requires discipline because to be persistent, consistent, you got to be disciplined. Without discipline, you risk failing or falling prey to the number one wealth killer, which is procrastination. You must begin the right habits today without delay. It takes discipline to overcome that procrastination by starting today and persisting tomorrow. There is no substitute for action. Anything less, just an excuse. So, another obstacle to discipline daily habit is magical thinking. This is also the false belief that financial security will just magically appear out of thin air without a specific plan or action causing it. Okay. Doesn't just happen overnight, doesn't just happen just because, doesn't happen because you positioned yourself early or no. It requires consistent daily discipline, right? So, well, it really is, it happens because you do what it takes, right? That's where it comes down to. You've got to go out and make it happen. The appearance of instant wealth actually stands on the foundation of years of disciplined daily habits, right? I like that phrase. It said, it took me decades to be an overnight success, right? I love that. It's because it's true. Luck comes to those who make their own breaks, right? That's really what it is. Okay. Commandment number 6 is avoiding conspicuous consumption. This one's hard because we like to spend, as soon as the money comes in, we like to spend it, right? So we just got to think about, okay, yes, I've got to be disciplined enough to kind of postpone some of those gratuitous wants, right? Because the illusory carrot for building wealth is the attraction of more, better, different lifestyles. But this is a myth, and it's perpetuated by brokerage ads filled with sailboats, right? European vacations, perfectly manicured golf resorts, whatever it is. The problem is consumerism causes our limited resources to be directed towards lifestyle and away from actually building wealth. They are competing demands for the same scarce resources, and only one can win the battle. Frank Herbert said, seek freedom and become captive of your desires, seek discipline and find your liberty. So the reality is wealth is a form of delayed gratification. Wealth builders live modestly by spending less than they actually can afford, right? In money, time, and energy, so that they can invest the difference for greater value in the future, right? They understand happiness doesn't result from the material trappings of wealth because that would only keep them from fulfilling the deeper cause that drives them to success. Every day you make a choice between consumption today or wealth for tomorrow. The only way to embrace delayed gratification as the most fulfilling alternative without any sense of sacrifice is to have a motivating cause deeper than your desire for lifestyle. If lifestyle is your cause, then consumption becomes a priority, making wealth eternally elusive. Okay, so going back to the first commandment of having that deep motivation, right? What is it? If it's just about getting that nicer house or that brand new backyard or that whatever, that European vacation, well, that's very shallow, right? It's not deep. And so if we have that deep desire, then we're going to be able to say, okay, let's take care of our needs and maybe a little bit of fun here and there. Of course, you got to live life, but you don't just go crazy, right? You don't just spend it all on the here and now. You save some of that so that you can have that wealth in the future, so you can have the true happiness and satisfaction, which is the giving back part, right? Okay. And then, of course, you want to build supportive environments, right? So if building wealth was easy, more people would achieve it, of course. But few actually succeed in their pursuit of financial freedom, even though anyone can put together a reasonable plan to become wealthy. The difference is consistent, persistent, focused action. So life provides an endless stream of distractions. You know that. We're always getting sidetracked, right? Especially nowadays. Squirrel, right? We're always getting distracted from our plans for wealth. It's hard. But the solution is to create a support system, right? That actually keeps you focused on track and literally draws you towards that wealth. So your family environment, your relationships, your work environment, your financial habits, your daily rituals, and more must be proactively designed. So it will literally pull you back towards that wealth growing, right? By supporting you and reinforcing your plans. Just like having an accountability partner, you go to the gym or whatever, you want to go jogging, right? Then yeah, somebody that will, oh, okay, I got to go because my friend's going to be there, right? Or they're the one calling you, hey, are we going? Yeah, we probably got to go, right? If you're just left to yourself, so much harder. So coaching and educational products can help you redesign your life to achieve financial freedom. You can either direct your daily life to achieve your goals, or you can passively allow your days to be filled with alternatives. You either get the results you choose, or you get the results that are given to you, right? So which path are you going to follow? That's the question you have to ask every day. All right, then we're going to apply leverage to build our wealth, because there's just no way to do it on our own, right? We've all heard the cash flow quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki. We all know that if you stay on the left side of the quadrant, you're dependent on just yourself. You can never get there because you're limited to just your own 24 hours a day. The only way to do it is through leverage. The only way to do it is to get on that right side of the quadrant where you're now having a system with duplication happening, investment happening, right? Where money feeds on itself and grows exponentially, all that, right? Compounding power and all that kind of stuff. Leverage is the essential success principle that builds wealth. You're not going to get wealthy by just trading time for money. It can't be done. Okay. Building wealth requires that you work smarter rather than harder by applying some of these following principles of leverage. Number one, financial leverage, okay, which is other people's money so that you're not limited to your own pocketbook. Okay. Time leverage. This is where other people's time is taken advantage so that you're not limited to just your own 24 hours a day. Systems and technology leverage. Other people's systems and technology so you can get more done with less effort. Marketing leverage. Other people's magazines, newsletters, radio shows, databases so that you can communicate to millions with no more effort than is required to communicate one-on-one. Then you have network leverage. This is other people's resources and connections so you can expand beyond your own. And finally, knowledge leverage, which is other people's talents, expertise, and experience so that you can utilize greater knowledge than you will ever possess yourself, right? Leverage allows you to build more wealth than you could ever achieve alone by utilizing resources that extend beyond yourself. It allows you to grow wealth without being restricted to your personal limitations. And leverage is the principle that separates those who successfully attain wealth from those who don't. It's just that simple. If you aren't using leverage, then you are working harder than you should to earn less than you deserve. And that is not going to make you wealthy. All right. Number 9, treat your wealth like a business. So there's a difference between interest and commitment, right? When you're interested in doing something, you do it when it's convenient. But when you're committed, you actually have no excuses, only results. Okay. So you wouldn't want to build a business without a business plan, of course. And why should building wealth be any different, right? So we're going to design our wealth plan based on proven business principles that lead to success. And these principles, they include competitive advantage, leverage, accurate record keeping, accountability, just to name a few. So we're going to run our money like we do our business, okay? Because that's exactly what it is. It's a personal financial management business. So additionally, our personalized wealth building should take into account our unique skills, our interests, our resources, while incorporating these 10 commandments to wealth, successful investment principles, and so much more. When complete, our wealth plan will be tailor fitted to our unique life situation, okay, while honoring the proven success principles that no wealth plan is complete without. So we're going to run our money like the business it is. Anything less will slow our journey to wealth. And then finally, we're going to be stewards, right? We're going to be responsible stewards of our wealth. Napoleon Hill said, "Tell me how you use your spare time and how you spend your money, and I will tell you where and what you will be in 10 years from now." So, and Socrates, right? Wise Socrates said, "If a man is proud of his wealth, he should not be praised until it is known how he employs it." Okay. So if you get a bunch of money, but then you go waste it all in the slot machines in Las Vegas or whatever, no, that's not true wealth, right? So wealth is your servant. Okay. You've got to remember that. And you are a servant to your wealth. Money is a little more than a tool, or money is little more than a tool that comes with a responsibility to use it wisely. That's the key, right? Money isn't inherently evil, okay? It's just a tool. And good people with money will do great things. Evil people with money will do horrible things, right? That's what it is. The rich man is a fool who dies without arranging his affairs to assure that his wealth does good during his lifetime and after his passing. Interesting concept. Through your legacy of wealth, you have the opportunity to bless yourself and your family's life now and in the future. Okay. And you can go beyond that by expanding the circle to include the lives of all those who follow you. So, as a successful wealth builder, you're going to be in a unique position to organize charities that can do great social good. The fact that you can't take it with you means wealth is a gift to be given. Always understand that wealth isn't something you possess, but a flow, right? Which has found a temporary parking place under your stewardship. Eventually, this stewardship will move on to others, as all things must pass, including you. So the wealth builder's solemn responsibility is to use this temporarily gifted power wisely so that it can create maximum benefit for all those who are touched by what you created in your lifetime. So there we go, my friends. 10 commandments of wealth. It's not about us. It's all about what we can give back and how we can make the world a better place. And we get to just enjoy it on the journey. So with that, I wish you an awesome Saturday. Thanks for jumping on with me. And we'll see you all next week for our next team training. Thanks so much. And we'll talk soon.
Good job.
Jeremy.
Thanks, guys.
Great job.
Great stuff.
Yeah.